Hey y'all, come on in. I'm gonna put on these chicken thighs. I just put a little onions in there. And I'm using chicken broth. I'm gonna use a little water. The key to great dumplings is that you have a rich broth. So in this, we're gonna add a little butter too. All right. And I'm trying to come around, you guys. So I already know my eyes look weak. I already know my voice is funny. So we don't have to go through all that. Amen. This is my first day up in the kitchen. It's my first day up. Other than getting up, taking baths, and going to bed. And I know I don't have a taste bud right now. Can't taste nothing. All right. So in here we're going to use cream of celery in this anyway. And we're going to use cream of chicken. How y'all doing? I miss y'all. And somebody gave me some soap. It's some goat soap for Christmas. That stuff feels so good on my skin. I'm going to have to buy some from them. I don't know who gave it to me, but I'll talk about it. So we're going to put a little onions in here, okay? And we're going to add a little butter in here. Hold on, y'all. And just a little seasoning. And then we're going to put this on the eye and get started making the dumplings. All right? I'm trying to get my strength. And my husband had told me, he said, you're going to have to let the bed go to get your strength back. And he was right, but I'm trying. And plus my mouth is really red because I was using my mouth to breathe out of. So that part. So I used some everything green and a little salt. Don't go crazy on the salt because the chicken broth got salt in it. And with me not being really able to taste, I don't want to go crazy and mess the dish up. We're going to still add some more water in here. A little pepper. We're going to add a little butter in here. And I'm going to make some amazing dumplings. I've been wanting some. My sister, my baby sister, made some soup for me. And I've been living off of that soup. I really haven't been eating because I can't taste. Really haven't been eating anything these last couple of weeks. So, I'm going to put my cape on. And we're going to get ready to get this. Again, this has got onions in it. I don't have any celery. And it's got the chicken broth, everything green, salt and pepper. Hey, came my way. Y'all really call me every day to check on me. Like clockwork. I know he loves me and I love him back. It is so good loving somebody when somebody loves you back. And Kelby's son went and picked up medicine. And Kelby gave me a rub down yesterday. Of course, my husband's been rubbing me down with Silverdine. And then Kelby made a concoction for me and rubbed it my body yesterday. And Weena been out here. She's been coming almost every day. Thank y'all for the stars. I miss y'all. I did. And I'm weak. But I'm going to get my stuff together. And then Avery said, Mommy, will you do some dumplings? And I'm going to try. And I'm going to try to the best of my ability. Oh, yeah. Get it going. Honey, thank God for this pot filler. So we got that part going. And the next thing we're going to do is work on the dumplings. But, come on in. I left my glasses in the back. How y'all doing today? Y'all, it's been so much. I was just in the bed. And it's just been so much going on the news. And we've got a new president since I last saw y'all. And the fires. They found out who set the fires in California. Eggs have went up. Gas has went up. Since our sworn-in presidency. All the people that did the terroristic things to our capital was set free by the new president. I don't know what's that about. I don't think a lot of people, especially our police, are happy with that decision because a lot of our police got hurt. Whatever's going around, this new stuff, they're not going to tell you that it's mixed with something else, but it is. It's mixed with something. I know it's mixed with COVID because I can't taste again. So my doctors call me in more antibiotics. They don't want you to come into the doctor's offices, you know. They don't want you to come in there. So I got my cough syrup from them with codeine. I got antibiotics, a strong set. And I got everything, just everything. They just kept saying, they just call it in. They'll call it in. And then I got an ear infection. So just be careful out there. Well, eggs have went up. That's why you need to support your local farmers. I'm not over all the eggs of the United States. What should have been stopped first is the war against Ukraine. Because Ukraine that's just jealousy. That's a thriving nation. And because it's doing so much better than Russia, Russia's just picking on Ukraine. That's the God honest truth. I was looking at a documentary, and I'm getting ready to make the dumplings. And messing with these government jobs, VA nurses in different places are getting laid off. So, yeah, that's not fair. Police, you know, we say we fuck the police because we do need them. And everything is not their fault. All of them are not bad. And all of them are not good. So, I don't even know what my hair look like in the back, y'all. I need a haircut. Yeah, I do ginger chews, lemon ginger chews and everything. No, Kiara, I think I'm all right. I'm just weak. My eyes are just like this right now. This is my first day out of bed, other than to take a bath every day. And then I go get in the bed. And I've had everything. Yeah, we didn't get no snow this last time where I live in Georgia. It was south. I'm going toward Tennessee. I'm northwest. We didn't get any snow. I'm going toward the mountains. That was the Lord my sister did. That was Atlanta, south of Atlanta. That means like LaGrange, Columbus, Griffin, things like that. I don't look like it. Well, praise God, because I can even see it my own self. Willie Lee Kiki alone. Oh yeah, where Kiki lived, they got snow too. I didn't do much studying on Black history because I've been sick. That's why I said Atlanta and south of Atlanta. I'm northwest. Atlanta did. Griffin, Columbus, south. Latonia, south. You got 7 inches in Myrtle Beach. Wow. I bet you that's beautiful too. Yes, yeah, some parts of Florida. I thought Deacon Calvin was going to get some in Jacksonville. So, y'all give me some time to regroup. We ain't got to be in a hurry because I just put the meat on. I'm going to go get me a stool. And so basically we're going to just make these. I'm going to use a combination today. I'm going to use self-rising flour. No, I haven't eaten. You know, I think this might have been a bad idea. This might have been a bad idea. Because I feel like I'm really about to pass out. If I can be quite honest. But I'm going to use some self-rising flour. I'm going to use some shortening. And I'm going to make these thin, but they're going to still have a puff in them. But other than that, life is good. 3 to 6 inches in filling. Ain't that something how it said? In Revelations it said it would be weather patterns in diverse places. That's places it don't typically be this type of weather. That's what diverse mean, right? But I want to thank y'all for tuning in. No, I don't want nothing to eat. I've been drinking liquids and water and ginger ale. Yeah. Let me get some water because my throat getting dry. Hold on 1 second. But my body don't hurt like it was hurting. I think I'm going to have one of these today. And let's see if I can just use what I got close to me. So I'm going to use what I got close to me. So I'm going to drink some of this. Yeah. I ain't got it. I'm going to wipe this because I've been leaning all on this. So my body's been on this, so this ain't going to work. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm coming. put the rag on. Y'all ain't gonna see it. But somebody made me some, oh, let me get my buttermilk and my shortening. Somebody made me some, goat soap. And I really like it. Do anybody remember who sent me that goat soap? It's goat soap. Goat soap. It's soap made out of goat's milk. Soap that was made out of goat's milk. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I make my dumplings the way my mama made hers. And we don't use milk in our dumplings. Right? So I told you, it's in this box right here. They gave it to me for Christmas, but it's good. So we're gonna add some better than bouillon in a little bit. So this is all purpose. We're gonna use all purpose and self-rising. Oh, it's got my face feeling so alive. I'm sweating because I'm sweating out something. If y'all want me to read y'all comments, I have to pull y'all closer. I'm doing a combination, self-rising and all purpose, because it's gonna have, I want a little height in it, not too dense. So I want to give a combination of a biscuit, but I don't want it to get too high, right? So I'm using a combination of flour. To this flour, I'm going to add my shortening, just like I'm making a biscuit, all right? But I'm going to tighten it up real tight and roll it out. Good morning, y'all. Come on in. Make sure y'all tap the screen. Tap it and share me. Tap, tap, tap. Sprinkle me, sprinkle me, sprinkle me. If you love me like you say, why y'all treat me like you do? So we're going to crumble that up real good. And it don't have to be perfect. Then we're going to start adding some buttermilk in here. I can't see, it's too far away. But I'll get caught up in a minute. And if you add too much buttermilk, yeah, add some more flour. You got to feel your way through cooking. You ain't going to always have ingredients like measurements. You just kind of got to know which that works for you and your family. I was watching a lot of people make their dressings and how we all make dressing different. And how some people use Jiffy. But if that's how you were raised to do it, you can't tell them that they wrong. I don't like sweet corn, sweet dressing, but if that's the way they grew up on it, some people don't like no sugar in nothing. Some people put sugar in their macaroni. I want to know why, but I don't judge them. I'm just curious as to why. What does it do? I know why you add sugar to tomato sauce to cut the acid. But why do you add sugar to macaroni? What does it do? What does it balance? Because the milk has sugar in it already. So is it just something that you grew up? So basically you got another bowl. And we're going to make this real tight, okay? I'm going to step up easy. And I'm going to make it tight before I put it on my surface. I'm going to make it a little tight. Because I'm sweating up a storm, y'all. That's the truth. Everyone doesn't know how to make homemade cornbread. No, they don't. And some do know how. I know people that use half and half. They use half, I know some people that know how to make cornbread, but they still use half and half. I know a lot of people that still do it that way. One person told me a friend made it, and they really liked the way she made it, and they started making it that way. But I don't understand the sweetness in the macaroni. I have not heard a reason behind that. I know some people just like to cook with sugar. Sugar go in everything. But I ain't never wanted no sweet macaroni because I've never had it. Oh yeah, people put condensed milk. They put sugar and everything in their macaroni, but I don't know how I like that. I'm not quite sure. So we're finna dump this onto some flour and keep working it. I'm gonna use my countertop surface. We're gonna get this tight. This is all purpose that I'm using. So the kids will eat it. Oh, kids will eat macaroni whether it's sweet or not. They're all in it. You know, remember, we give our kids their taste buds. So if a child grew up in my house, they wouldn't have no, I'm going to spread some of that over there. They would not have it. So I don't know why I use that much flour. Well, some people add it for everything. I mean, I'm not judging them. That's not mine. Hey. That's why I don't like when people go around here trying to say they food testers and they can't cook. How you know to critique somebody else's stuff and you can't cook? That's what bothered me. I see if you went to culinary school or something like that, you worked for a Michelin star restaurant, but just to say you turned your kitchen on and ran around to some restaurants and you can't cook and boil water, you ain't gonna tell me. Not me. So what we're gonna do is get this real tight. But yeah, people do put it in there. Ain't nothing wrong with it. To each is to own. I just asked the question, why? What does it balance, you know? Just like some people don't cook with not a drop of salt. I can't deal with that. Yeah, I ain't talking about grits. I ain't talking about grits. I was just wanting to know the significance of macaroni. I know people do it in their grit. So we're going to make this tight. Just was asking a question. It's not a big deal. I just kind of wanted to know. Hey, Rodney. Hey, Say. Auntie probably shouldn't be cooking, but my husband been taking off so much he got to work late. So, got a lot of meetings and stuff. It's the beginning of the year. So we're going to keep this going. We want to get this as tight as we can get it. We're not going to dry it out, but we do want it kind of tight. Because we don't want it to fall apart in that broth. Right? So I'm basically kneading this now. Well, I'm doing it because my baby wanted some. Hey, Sherry Bob, thank you for calling me. You and Janice Martin and Mother Joyce Anderson Journey. Rosemary sending me a text. Mother Shirley Jacob. Linnell. I appreciate all y'all. I surely do. I just haven't been up to talking because my voice goes out. What did Calvin say? Look, if I don't get no better, I ain't going to get to take no trips this year. Because I'm the one messing it up, ain't I? All right, it's tight enough now. I'm going to go somewhere. Me and Eddie was talking about it last night. We had a church, set our church calendar. So we was talking about, are we going to go somewhere this year? Somewhere. Because I can tell you this much. Insurance has done told me they ain't going to pay for my shot. My injection. And my shot that I got to have on the 30th, that's going to cost me $1,063 and something on the end of it. So now we're going to roll this out. So they not going to pay for my stuff. That's okay. They want to keep you on pain meds. That's all right, though. Can I bring y'all closer? Because I cannot see. Let me turn it down a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Deacon Calvin, I hope you're on the other end working because I can't see. Oh, I don't do messages. I've been quit doing inbox messages. You be talking to Deacon Calvin. You don't be talking to me. So anything y'all done sending out, honey, you be talking to him and Tiffany because Tracy don't do them. No, ma'am. I'm going to cut this in half. We're going to roll these real thin. But it was a nice, that was a nice inauguration service. It was a nice Martin Luther King celebration in Atlanta. I watched both of them. I did. I hope everybody happy. Now we all can quit fussing. And some of my people can come back on my page that left off. They got mad at me because I didn't vote their way. They might come back. I don't really care. I haven't missed them thus far. Oh, even me and my siblings, everybody ain't gonna agree. So we're going to cut these. All right. And I'm going to make quite a bit. You know why? Because dumplings, they'll fall apart, honey. And then you get to eat them real good. You wish you had more dumplings in there. So once I do this, I'm going to dust mine. I always dust my dumplings. And I'm going to put them back in this bowl I got them out. So take your dumplings that you cut up, separate them, just like you see me doing. Nice, pretty dumplings, separate. They're going to swell up. You can call them consuelas, because they're going to swell. All right? We're going to do another set. And we'll have us a container waiting for this chicken to get going. Okay, we're going to get us another set out of here. We'll do the same thing. And TikTok got 90 days. But if you deleted your app, you can't get it back on there. Y'all, a lot of people don't understand what's going on with TikTok. But you got to understand who being hit with the fine. Okay, we got that. So we're going to cut this set up. Then I'm going to read y'all comments. Yeah, see, TikTok, that didn't have nothing to do with Trump. They gave him the credit because he did that speech about how he won his election. But that's not really what's going on with TikTok. What happened with TikTok is that they hitting our servers so hard. Like Apple and whoever the servers are. For every user on TikTok, they charging them $5,000 a person. And it adds up to be, at one point, allegedly, it was $850 billion that they were trying to collect from the servers for the usage of TikTok. Now, we all know that each governor runs their own state. So if my governor of Georgia, Kemp, wanted to ban TikTok, he don't need nobody to tell him. He don't need the president. No, nobody. He can do it. We govern our own states. If he didn't want to pass same-sex marriage, my governor don't have to do that. We govern, we come from 13 original colonies, but we govern our own states. Nobody can come here and govern us like that. Now, they can hold back some money on certain things, like when he didn't want us to talk and teach world history past 1877. So he was saying he wasn't going to fund it. He couldn't stop it. They just wasn't going to give us no government funding on it. We got one more step to do. Okay? We're doing good. Considering I'm not that loopy out my mind, am I? But I am a little bit. But I know y'all saying something. Hold on. Y'all so far away. So we're going to roll this out. So basically, there's already been, who knows the state that been banned TikTok last year. But if you took that app off, you ain't going to be able to see TikTok. You should have kept your app on. But now if you battle, you got to go out of there and go on the TikTok store. Okay, let's cut this last set up. I was gonna tell y'all something. Okay, this is the last set. We're gonna cut up, all right? But hold on 1 second. And we're gonna keep these just sitting in the flour till the chicken get done. Because you don't want to put them in and the chicken not ready. Now you don't want to cut your cabinets up. This pizza cutter dull. So I'm not scratching up my counters. And then you just take them. You can cut them any way you want to. Just scoop them all up. Get you some flour and throw them there. You know. And I use the combination of flour today. And the reason why I don't have to use any milk is because the flour that I'm putting on them right now, that's going to thicken the broth. And I don't like my stuff where when you go back in the kitchen, it's like paste. Y'all might, I don't, because it's going to sit and settle. I'll let you see them. And so these will be ready. This is the simplest meal I could make that is very hearty and filling while I'm under the weather. Because we've been eating soup and it's been very good. I'm grateful for that soup. My baby sister made some soup. And she shared it. Hold on. So the meat is going on in the bag. And I'm going to show you these stuff now. Hold on, let me show them to you. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I look like Woody the Wood. So that's your dumplings. You can cut them all different sizes, however you want them. And they're going to just sit in this little flour. And I'm going to dust a little more flour on here just to make sure that they don't stick to each other. All right, so you don't have to add all that milk if you don't want to. What you say about your fingertip? Thank you, Judy Johnson. So when that gets to where it needs to be, then all we got to do is take the meat out and drop our dumplings in there. You don't have to add no milk or anything. And I used a combination today. Of self-rising and all-purpose. But you can make them with either one. Yeah, Montana. It was Montana. That's right, the Marjorie. It was. I'm going to probably be exhausted. So, but I was on TikTok when it quit working. You're going to have to get replay. There's no way I can just go through how I made the dumplings. I'm making them live. So you'll have to hit replay or share it, or if you ain't scared to share it. Because I'm not going to go. Baby, I can't start over. You came in very late. Old-fashioned way. We didn't make no dumplings with heavy whipping cream. You know, heavy whipping cream is a new age thing. It's not old school cooking. When my mama and them grew up, they weren't cooking with no heavy whipping cream. That's a new age thing. Hey, Mother Pearl Brown, I'm trying. I still believe in cleaning up when I cook. I don't want no, my husband do so much, I don't like to add no extra weight on him. So I was on there when it did, when TikTok did stop working. And I understand how the people were feeling, because a lot of people got some good pages over there. Like how I'm known on Facebook, they known on TikTok. I was talking to some people. I was talking to Tim Bay and different ones. And, you know, over here he's known, but they took his monetization over here. But those young people are everywhere. They're not just Facebook famous. They everywhere. And what I like over there on TikTok, celebrities play. These celebrities that ain't working, these reality TV celebrities, they be in them games too. So they don't think they better than nobody over there in TikTok land. If you gon' battle, they don't worry about no fame or ain't gonna follow nobody. They'll follow you in a heartbeat. That's what I like over there. They don't act like that. They share their stuff out. They tap that screen. But we can't get help over here. We can't get shares. We can't get stars. We can't get supporter badges. At least you could share. And I went on some of y'all pages just to see. And I realized, nope. Not sharing my stuff. Yeah, TikTok is about money, but they also have informational stuff on there. They have everybody do different things. Everybody don't battle. But it's the jobs for them. Oh, really? Mark said they shutting down the low performers? Well, if he keeps us in the algorithm, they may not be low. I mean, I don't understand. You hit share and you'll see how I made them, Val. If you keep pushing who you want to push and removing people, then pretty much some of us will be without a job. Because I know a content creator, every time she go live, she has 30,000 on her. She have 30,000. And I know they can do it because they did it for me. When I first came out, I didn't know what viral was. They made me go viral. So if they want to do it, they can do it. Let me show you the broth. Look how good that's looking. And I'm using boneless, skinless thighs. I'm using boneless, skinless thighs. Let me let you see it. I can't get it but so close. I don't want my phone to get overheated. You want that richness, okay? And what we're going to add in here, we're going to add some bouillon, because we're going to add a little more broth. All right. He met with Trump, and that's what he came back with. Well, let me put it like this. Now, if you want people off of government assistance, why would you mess with how they make their money? I don't understand it. There's so many controversial topics I could talk on. I could talk on the fact that whoever paid child support get to claim the kids. Do you know child support is a fraction of what the parent that has to keep that kid is making? We're going to add some bouillon, because we're going to add a little more water. You know, that's hard. That's hard by itself. I understand. I think you should rotate it. I think you should share it. But to just say if somebody pay child support, that they don't have to pay, I don't know about all that. Let's add a little more water in it. I don't know. Stir that up in there, what I put in there. See, that's going to help keep it rich. You see that? See that richness? So I don't know about all that. Oh my God. I won't be back cooking every day. I'm just starting. This is my first day out the bed. I don't know what got in my head. My baby. People release. We're not the same. Yeah, I don't think everybody should be free from that event on last January. To me, to release everybody that played a part in that in last January, that's like slapping our own government in the face. Our Republicans are not happy about that. Oh, my condolences, Adele. I just think The reason why I use thighs, for two reasons. One, I use thighs because they cook quick. The second reason why I use thighs, well, there's three reasons. One, because they cook quick. Second reason why is because they release more fat. All right? And the third reason why is because they won't be dry. Thighs are more moist piece of meat than the chicken breast. So that's the three reasons why I chose thighs, but you can use the chicken breast. So I don't think neither party is happy with him releasing everybody, because it's putting a slap on the wrist of those that's very dangerous and those that was disrespectful to our police. And that police officers put their lives at jeopardy just to set people free. You're compromising our jurisdictional system. I think we're all on one accord with that. When he's coming in right now, I told y'all last year, he had a lot of people to repay. So that's what he's doing. But once he gets through all of this, he's going to do some good. Okay? He's going to do some good work as well. Get the fact. Well, I do have the facts. The facts is that nobody is happy with it. If you read anything, if you're not an extreme left or an extreme right, it's a disrespect to our police officers. So I don't care. That's how I would see it. That's me. And Donna, if you don't like what we're saying over here, you can remove yourself, because we're not here. We're not going to go back and forth. I'm just simply saying that's not good. Everybody didn't have great intentions. Anybody can work themselves into something bad. You got people at the mall that's at the mall shopping. Somebody tell you to hold their bag. You innocently hold the bag, not knowing their plans to use that bag. And you get caught up in a situation. So everybody there was not there for the right intentions. And to be disrespectful to any part of our government buildings is wrong. They messed with our capital. So you get the facts right. Because I can go deeper than that. I can talk about child support. I can go deeper than that. I can talk about the different bills and laws he signed in concerning our civil rights for black people. He's trying to take us way back, but that won't happen. If there is a race war, let me tell you, our ancestors was discombobulated. They didn't have it was a language barrier problem. But all of us didn't come from Africa. You're not going to whip nobody no more. You ain't spitting in people's faces. Folks are not scared. You're not going to be calling people trailer trash. You're not going to be calling people no NIs. Did you not hear that priest when she pleaded with him? And he came right back and slapped that priest in the face. Why did he not put his hand on that Bible when he swore in? You don't have to watch me cook. You can leave off my page. I already told you that. Don't worry about me. I don't need you to watch me to cook. I need you to go on. See, if you was a true Christian, you go on about your business. Why he didn't put his hand on that Bible? Now, one thing I do like he said. Now, did y'all hear when he said it's only going to be 2 sexes? I agree with that. If you were born a male, you're a male. If you were born a female, you're a female. You ain't gonna come over in here and tell me you like me to cook and shut up. That's too much entitlement for me. This is my platform. Get up and take your piece with you. No, you're not a true follower. You was a true follower, you would let me get my points out. No, you just want me to hush and take what you dishing. But if it was vice versa, I would have to hear it. I don't need you to watch me cook. Because, do you know what you just said? Do you know what you just said to me in so many words? In so many words, you said, shut up and cook. That's what you good for. Your opinion don't matter. Just get in that kitchen and cook. That's pretty much what you just said to me. What I witnessed and I'm reading while I'm in the bed sick and watching the news like you just told me to shut up, stay in the kitchen, stay in my place and cook. Baby, that ain't my career. This ain't my career. You ain't see our capital was disrespected. I wish you go on over there and watch the girl in Anna Lucia, Alabama, and let her cook for you. Because she run a little house over there where she got to cook. That ain't my career. I'm entitled to speak on what I want to speak on. And I ain't offended nobody. And if you think it's all right to release everybody that played a part in what they did to our capital, busting out windows, federal offenses, then you don't need to be over here because you're going to be real mad at me. Because I speak on this good and I speak on the bad. I've been telling y'all before this happened. But no, our black men just wanted that black woman to work so hard for y'all vote. Y'all gonna regret that. Y'all gonna regret that. Y'all knew he went for us. I'm so glad that black man prayed. Because they didn't mention one thing about Martin Luther King Day. They had 2 black people in there at that inauguration. And one dressed like she was Sister Soldier. And they messed around and let that black man with that rat tail get up there. And he done let freedom ring. Baby, I said, Lord have mercy. What is going on? What is truly going on? Lord, am I sick to the point I'm delusional? Lord, is President going to sleep? Lord, do the wife look like a boy? Like she's in Hitler's war? Did the man, did Musky, did he do a Hitler salute? Am I seeing these things? And are they playing in your face? Did I just see him do the Hitler salute? And the wife, they saying she dressed sharp, and she got on a Quaker hat with a black circle around it and a white. Her jawline tougher than heels. Did I see her tell him to please wake up and listen? He said he was tired. Musky-lusky, Elon the Musky-lusky. Did I hear? Can I talk about that hat for a moment? Baby, our black men gonna regret what they did. Lord mercy me. And I ain't even said that. I ain't even said nothing yet. She don't know what's going on. That woman said, everybody over here is not here for bad. Everybody over here. You know how the Catholic people be just crying out for everybody. Everybody over here is for the good. Don't do them like that. Donna. He said, I can't hear you. He was sitting there talking about, come tomorrow. I'm going to get her. They was talking about, well, we need to sign off on this. We need to sign off. He said, not today. Not today. I'm finna sign all these 136 people right now. I'm finna get all them out the way. They was like, wait a minute, hold up, don't do that. No, don't tell me what to do. I'm in charge. I got some people to pay back. I got some stuff I got to do. And please get my wife out that hot hat. She better not ever dress like that again. Did she look like a Quaker? Yeah, she looked like a German. You know, Quakers come from the Dutch, the Germans. And I said, Lord have mercy. I done come back, honey. They done got mad at me because I said it wasn't right. Baby, I'm waiting. I feel like they trying to put me back in the kitchen. That girl just was on here and tried to put me back in the kitchen. She says, you get in there and you whistle when you work so that you don't be stealing no food. Baby, I am too done. I can't. She gonna say, I like the way you cook. You just cook. You don't talk about, you don't open your mouth. You just cook, okay? Girl, the way my mind's set up right now, how I'm feeling, if I did cuss you out, I'm just going to use a repentance. I don't have a mind to want to cuss you out, but if it slipped, I'm just going to use a repentance. Cause you about made me mad, and I'm too dizzy to be mad. I can't taste that. She hurt my feelings. Yeah, Willie, she said that. She said, I'm going to tell you who her name is. Somebody go highlight her name. She said, I like the way you cook. That's what you need to stick to. And don't talk about rump. Child, it's a lot of names y'all don't hear me call on here no more. They mad because I was telling the truth. And I know they ain't really was with me. That's why you don't see their name. Because if they was with me, they wouldn't have left me for my view. No, I didn't misunderstand her, Melody Crawford. And you know I love you, but I did not misunderstand her. She told me, search your facts. And I did. And what I said was that it's not right to destroy federal government property and be released. Nobody else can do it. That's another bad criminal behavior. She got mad because I stated both parties, according to the news, don't like it. And she told me to cook. So I don't care who like her. You content creators that like her on your page, then don't say nothing about her, right? But the way she came off on me, I'm offended by it. Because I never even went into depth. I made a statement that it was not fair to our police that risked their lives to get the matter under control. And I said to destroy government property, our capital, busting out windows. And she told me to do a fact check my facts, and that she loves the way I cook. I need to cook and not discuss this. I didn't misread her. Don't nobody got to side with me. Remember, we in this for our own self. I'm not a content creator that's going to get mad at people because they got a different view than me. I ain't going to lose my mind and get mad at people because you see things different. I don't care. It's a topic of discussion. It's a topic of discussion. If I put my business out there, it's a topic of discussion. That's all we were doing. Hey, Shadonna. No, you fine. You just didn't know what she said. That's a topic of discussion. And if you was in my shoes, you feel the same way. You cannot keep doing these things. Some people cannot handle it. You already elected somebody that was found guilty. And you threw a loophole in there. I kept telling y'all, long as they ain't sentenced, they can become president. You can't undo that mess now. So now you're telling me people can go and bombard our capital. Honey, that's terroristic mess. And every one of them set free, I don't care. She ain't never got to come over here. Stay over there on Winnie Page. You come back over here. That made me mad. Because I didn't say one disrespectful thing. I said, what kind of message are we sending out? That's criminal. Y'all don't really love America. It's obvious. Y'all love y'all political parties. Y'all don't love America. You the one said, oh, not Donna. Yes, you did, Willie. And me and you are fuss. You know we're fuss. But I'm put it like this. Y'all can have America. Eat it and do whatever else you want to do with it. And I don't want to go to Africa either. Just leave me alone. I just want to go to heaven. I do not want to. I ain't leaving this country because it don't belong to nobody. But we tearing it up. Making deals with people that doing wrong. We don't stand a chance in our own country. Willie, don't give it back to me. Nope, she yours. Leave me alone, Willie. You know I'm still sick, so you trying to run my blood pressure up. Willie, I love you, and I want to thank you for calling me every day. And days when I was just sleeping through all of this, you called. Deacon Calvin didn't. Thank you, Willie, for calling me so much every single day. Mm-hmm. It's okay. I'm not worried about what her name is. I don't know her. That's all right. She just made me mad. Because that felt almost like slavery talk to me. Stay in the kitchen and cook. Yeah, he didn't even try to call. I can't make the dumplings cook no quicker. They cooking. Hey, Gene P. Thank you for your text. I'm trying. You didn't call, Deacon Calvin. Not one time. I'm going to tell y'all this much. Stacey, thank you for my email. I'm still sick, y'all. I am sick. I know what's going on in my body. It's going to take a little minute. Amen. And I've lost some weight too, y'all. I ain't been eating. Look at that. I'm trying to save a little pinch of my chin. Good. I thought it was going to be like that. I ain't going to have no chin. It's the meat, Willie. I'm finna get off of here. Willie don't want me on here. So let's drop some dumplings, shall we? Y'all ready for me to drop these dumplings? Thank you. I just put on some clothes. I was just gonna come talk to y'all, but I'm scared to talk to y'all. It's too many topics. No, you didn't Calvin. You didn't even text. You didn't text and say, Mother, how you doing? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I done checked both phones. Your name is not even wrote in the Lamb's Book of Tracy. Okay. Y'all know y'all all I got. Y'all all I got. So listen, I'm not gonna talk about to you extreme lefts. I don't want to talk about it. See, Let me explain something to y'all. Quit getting mad at people when things don't go your way. When things don't go our way, we're supposed to accept it. Now, this is who y'all wanted. And like I told y'all, when he first get in there, he got a lot of people to pay back. He only got a good 2 years. And he gonna do some turning some things. And some stuff y'all gonna be turning y'all eyes to the side. But anytime you put somebody in equal to God and keep saying they gonna be your way maker, and that they gonna bring you out of this and that and this and that, and miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, you gonna realize what type of God you serve. The God we serve, baby, he don't play. He is jealous. He don't share his glory with nobody. Now, he done turned us over, baby, to a reprobate spirit. This world is done with. He's preparing a better place because this is damaged. But you want to grab your cookies and run home soon as somebody make a comment. But we got to hear everything about Biden. We got to hear everything. Y'all point of view. But if somebody open their mouth about anything, you extremes get angry. Get your cookies and go home with them. Well, go home with them. I don't care. I'm at this point. Honey, TikTok is calling my name. It's calling my name. You can be free over there. You can have liberty. And you know that Instagram do the same thing as TikTok? Do you know one thing about the founder of this place? He ain't gonna let nobody monopolize nothing. So he lets you buy your stuff over there. Did you know you could go and recharge up on Instagram to play on TikTok? So that tell me he already got some type of investment in TikTok. Because when things was messing up, then Kevin ain't gonna do you no good right now. You have lost the battle, but you won't win the war. When things were messing up, they say go over Instagram, recharge up, and come back on TikTok. So Instagram already letting you battle, and they paying. But I'm not going. I'm sick of folks like that. So don't come to my Bible study. If you can't listen to me one way, you don't need to listen to me another way. I'm gonna turn this down. This is my first day back, and I'm really already sick of everybody. This just makes me sick. Get this little 5 pieces of chicken out of here. Making me drop stuff on my stove. Get these little tiny pieces of chicken out of here. That's all I had. I have to use what I got. I can't go outside. Come on. I know it's one more piece in here. Just a tiny little 3 pieces of chicken. All right, it's time to drop these little nice dumplings. Let's drop some dumplings. I ain't finna argue with Dean Kelly. He didn't call me. Women know he didn't. He ain't got nothing to do with it, mother. Okay, let's stay out of it. Yes and no, yes. I'm dropping dumplings that I made, okay? Please. Hey, McConey. I'm trying. This is my first day. I'm finna go back to bed once these are done. My baby said, Mama, can you cook us something, please? And I said, I'll try. But I don't want to wear myself out. Hold on, y'all. Look at it. Hi, Melissa. I love you. I'm going to separate these real quick. Melissa McMillan. I love you, friend. Where have you been? Okay, let's put some over here. Nobody nobody loves Melissa like I do. One look in your eyes, you know you're my friend. I love to talk to you on the phone. We ain't talked a while, but we will get caught up. Let me shake my dumplings apart. See, that's why you need to have that flour in there. Y'all see how them dumplings just separating? Look, they ain't ready though. I'm just dumping them in there too. Oh, have us a pot full of dumplings. Everybody can have 5. Just shake them, that's all. Maybe just shake them, because I done already dusted them. That's why I told y'all. You don't need to do it like I tell you, and it'll be alright. Baby, if I can't do nothing, I can't cook every kind of stuff. But this country cooking, you gotta wake up early in the morning and think, I don't know. Baby, my mama taught me how to do that. She's still here, honey, by the grace of God. Running people, being people, business, and people. She here. She can't wait till I get better to come drop her some corn in her head. I'm gonna use all these. Cause I just want to. Look at that. Ooh, Peter, we just got a few more. Y'all think that's enough in the chat? He likes dumplings, so. And the little red things y'all see, that's just so. I'm gonna put all these in here. Okay, we got all of them in. I have been. And that lady welcome to stay over here. I'm just not gonna read her comments. That's what I decided. I'm not. You gotta have your 3 F's with me. You gotta be flunking somewhere. Who remember the 3 F's this year? And if you don't have them, then just go and walk out the door. Don't stay around. I will acknowledge you and say hello. And it'll be a general hello to everybody. That's it. And one good thing about this here, I don't have a lot of chicken, but I didn't even know I came on early. What time? One thing about this here, I can always go to somebody go to the store and get me a little more chicken. So let's just focus on the dumplings, okay? We're gonna focus on these. All right, see? That's what we're gonna focus on. This pot of goodness. Just pay close attention. And that's half self-rising. So that's half self-rising and all-purpose. Mix your flour and you'll get a great result with your dumplings. I know a lot of people don't do that. But I do. Faithful, fruitful, and focused. Oh, didn't Calvin, you didn't remember? I'm going to have to quit reading your comments. Focused, faithful, and fruitful. Where do you live, Mike Lewis? Jean, you ain't never had dumplings? Y'all, look at my lips. They red. Because they infected. Child, I done had everything. Rash, colic, everything. You see my tongue? I done had it all. Oh, yeah, Mike, y'all keep snow in Michigan. That ain't no surprise. I thought you lived somewhere it didn't snow. The goodness is coming off these dumplings. You don't have to add no milk. It's going to create its own. And I'm going to mix some. No, you don't have to add no flour, water, nothing, Monique. It's already coming off the dumplings. Let me show it to you. See? You don't have to. It's already creating it. Why would you add heavy whipping cream? I don't understand it. We already added that, Carolyn Jones. That's why the broth is so rich. We did that when we were boiling the chicken. We already added it. We already added it. So I guess I'll just have to talk about the weather, huh? That's all I can talk about on my own page. And so it's been snowing and snowing and snowing and snowing and raining and snowing. I'm making them the old time way. It's been snowing and snowing and snowing and raining and snowing and back and forth and cold and then above freezing and then freezing. It's just everything been going on. I'm going to add the chicken back in just a little bit. We haven't cooked it long enough. I'm going to get through with my cook on here. Let me show y'all the outcome of it. Yes, I'm putting cream of celery in it. What are you saying? Cream of celery, yeah. I saw somebody's name. Why you highlight their name, didn't Calvin? Let's see. You still your... I don't understand what she writing. She don't know what she writing. She don't even know what Jesus said. Go. I don't understand what she just wrote. She said, you still in your condition. You still in it. I don't know what she's saying. Well, we know she's a false prophet. She's a false prophet. But why she's still in debt? Yes, it's snowing and we got the cream of chicken and we're going to use cream of celery. She was a false prophet. I seen it all over. It was in her head. Her hairdo was speaking false prophet bobby pins. Or pin up with pin curl. Period. I knew she was a false prophet. You can't say somebody's still in a condition because you ain't doing something. You didn't ask for sickness to come. You don't have to ask for some things. Don't you know the song? He can't allow us to feel only good. You don't know the song, Be Grateful. That's why I know you're a false prophet. The song say, and he can't afford to let me feel only good. Be grateful because there's someone else who's worse off than you. Be grateful. So that's why I said I didn't even read her comment. She's a false prophet. She's a prophetess of the Old Last Testament. See, that's when you know a person is a false prophet. Because some babies didn't ask to be born with cancer. Some people didn't ask for diabetes. Some people didn't ask to be poor. Some people didn't ask to be broke. You see, that's when you know a person don't know how to translate what they saying. You get what I'm saying? He can't afford. His son died on Calvary. He had to pay a penalty. So, despised and rejected. He got up there, barren I seen. She can't come tell me nothing. She needs to speak over herself and encourage herself. That's why you can't listen to everybody. Them Bible thumpers don't know how to put it in order. You can't listen to them. They'll have you jacked up and messed up and giving them your whole paycheck. Child. Don't listen to them false prophets. Okay, we're going to open up. I'm just finna show y'all. Let me get on these dumplings, because I'm done with her. That was easy. This is cream of celery. Come on over here. Let me turn you down. Don't listen to her. She don't even come to Bible study. Don't listen. I'll break her down. She keep messing with me so bad. People tell you everything about what you're doing, and then if you had a camera and looked in their house, you'd be like, but she told me, she said that, she cried every night over Leroy. Oh my Lord, oh my God, my Jesus. Don't listen to the doctors. But Luke was a physician. Yeah, but don't listen to him. She ain't gonna kill me. Yep, false prophets. In the last days, the Bible said that will be. Ain't got nothing causing nothing. Sickness comes upon anybody. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. And I don't care what she say, or nobody else. The Lord can deliver us from them all. But don't come on nobody's page telling them they got what they got because of this. Girl, you don't know me. You don't know what's going on in my body. And if you meant well, you would have delivered it right. That's why I called you a false prophet. Because if you would have been a true woman of God, you'd have delivered it correctly. You don't know why I got what I got. You don't know what's going on. You don't know my medical history. You don't know nothing about me. You just want to get your comment read. And if Deacon Calvin quit highlighting mess. Let her go about her business. Highlight that foolishness. I could care less about what that lady said. I never would have saw it. Oh, I'm getting him tomorrow. I feel like it today. I'm going to add another can of cream of celery. Y'all know how Deacon Calvin get. Leave him alone. Don't highlight nothing that ain't edifying for me. Y'all, I'm going to add another can. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Okay. And you can add vegetables if you want to. It's your thing. You do what you want to do. I done seen too many people lose their life. I just watched a video of a young girl whose mama preached her homegoing sermon. And, y'all, people will mess you up trying to tell you about your medical history. You do what your doctors tell you to do. I don't care if they RNs, they're not yours. Do what your physician's telling you to do concerning your condition. All right? The poor baby passed away, but I'm going to have to tell you her whole story. And then y'all understand, some people just say stuff because they can. Because when things fall on them, those are the ones lose their faith because they got to go through something. It's the ones that can stand when their faith is tested. That's why I told you got to be faithful. Not faithful to me, faithful to him. Fruitful and focused. I ain't gonna never let nobody step over here and tell me I got what I got because of this, that. No. You so out of line, I know you ain't real. Let me tell you something. Don't y'all ever in y'all life let nobody tell you you got something because you speaking this or that. Job went through everything and he didn't speak not one thing. And it was because of his love, and he knew that Job would not do what the enemy was out for him to do. You don't have to be doing no wrong for sickness to befall you. You don't have to be doing or speaking nothing to have to go through something. I hadn't even been leaving my house, and a germ got me that didn't get my whole entire family. That's why I tell y'all better be careful when y'all get on here listening to people. Now, with these dumplings, I'm going to tell you one more step you could do. You can do two different things. If you are a person that like your dumplings to look golden, you can add a drop of turmeric in it, and it'll turn it golden. It won't mess with the flavor. Or you can do a drop of lemon dye, and a yellow dye, and it'll turn them more golden. That's totally up to you. It's not going to change the taste, okay? I'm finna let y'all see how you don't have to use no milk or nothing. My dumplings is done. I decided not to use cream of chicken. I just stuck with the cream of celery. All right, I cannot taste, so I don't want to overdo it with too much stuff that's got sauce in it. Salt in it. You know what I'm trying to say. Let me read this. Let me tell you something, Renee Terry. You didn't do it correct. Because you got to understand, if you going to say what God has said, then you should have just told me to speak healing over myself. You shouldn't have told me I got what I got because of what I'm speaking. Because you ain't heard me one time speak sickness over me. I said I'm coming out of sickness. See, you got to learn how to deliver your stuff. You mess yourself up. Your stuff can't be received. Okay, so look. You can't be received right because you're reneging. You say what God has said. You want to try to tell me I got what I got because you don't know why I got what I got. That's your problem. Stay in a witness place. In order to win souls, you must be wise. Now, y'all turn that down on simmer. No, you did not. You go back and read your own message. You said you still got what you got because you speaking it over yourself. And that's a lie. Go back and read what you wrote. Deacon Calvin highlighted it. You go read it. He highlighted it for a reason. Now, Deacon Calvin, find what she wrote and highlight it for her so she can go on and leave me alone. And I'm finna turn these dumplings around one more time. Look, now these is ready. You don't have, I put a little pepper on them. You don't have to do no more. I'm tired of going back and forth. I'm tired. I'm not going to. I accept your apology, Renee, and I'm sorry as well. But I don't like that stuff. Let me dip a bowl of these out. Y'all just watch this for me. Y'all don't mind. Hold on, let me get them. I don't want nothing to stick. Hold on, y'all. Let me get a bowl. My voice is leaving, so hold on 1 second. I'm going to have to get out of here. I was going to talk to y'all about something, but I'm done for the day, I think. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm going to dip out a bowl for y'all to see. And I'm not going to eat all this. I ain't going to waste no bunch for y'all, okay? But we're just going to look at it. We're going to examine it. Because Tracy can't taste, you know. Well, she can a little. It's coming back. But I don't have no appetite. Hold on 1 second. Gotta sweep my floor. Wait a minute. Oh, God, Jesus. All right, y'all. Okay, you got it. Get in there. Let's see what we made here. That look good. Got a little chicken in there. Okay, that look decent. Right amount. The broth is right. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. I'm going to ask the Lord to bless it and stretch it. I'm finna go back to bed. Lord, bless it and stretch it. Let's try it out and see if I did it right. This is cooking straight off of what you know. Because sometimes you may not taste, but you still may have to cook. My aunt had cancer, and she lost her taste buds for 6 months. And so she went off of what she knew, how much seasoning for stuff. And I'm going to tell you something. You don't have to taste to know if you got too much salt in something. You don't. Salt would take over your tongue. Maybe I ain't got no energy because Deacon Calvin. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Baby, you have to listen to the Holy Ghost. Say, take them off that eye. I'd have scorched them things. I'd have been so upset. Look at that dumpling. Look how pretty it is. And you don't have to add no milk. And if you mix your flour, self-rising with all-purpose, they won't be too thick and they won't be too dense. All-purpose will make yours dense. It won't have no biscuit. Self-rising will give it a biscuit flavor and make it puffy. When I grew up, that's what my mom and them did. They did drop biscuit. They dropped them biscuit ball. Now, they did whatever they could to get it, to make it filling for you. But now, you can mix your flour. And when you mix it, you get the best of both worlds. And you'll like it. When I tell you, I wish I had some people that could come get some of it. And dumplings are one of the easiest things you can freeze and take out the freezer. So you can't make enough dumplings. They won't go bad. If you like chicken and gravy, then you'll love dumplings. And dumplings are comfort food. This is comfort season. I want to tell y'all some stuff God showed me. Somebody's spirit ain't right today. Either it's mine or it's y'all's. And I ain't gonna blame it. I ain't blaming it on nothing but spiritual warfare. Because I've been off here a whole week. And as soon as I come back on here, you ain't never had dumplings down the line? Oh my God. We got to get that trip. On the 30th of next week, I have back injections. I'm going to have a cuddle. That cuddle going to cost me over $1,000. Y'all know my mouth messed up. Y'all already put black pepper in it. And they won't pay for my thing to be put in my back. This is good and comforting. Whether I can taste it, I know it's good. I like how it feels on my tongue. I have to sniff hard. But hold on a second. I was going to share something with y'all. Don't hang up. Thank you, Dandelion. Hold on 1 second. Turn it down. Hey, I'm here. I'm on live. By the time she get finished, she'll be home. Yeah. Well, you know, I had to keep waiting to hear back. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be all right. Okay. All right. Okay, I love you. Bye. Hey, I used some of my ointment and rubbed my body down this morning. Yeah, and tell Philip when he comes Tell them to bring a container or something so you can get some of these dumplings I made. I just made some. I'm tired. I know but I had to get out the bed. Okay, love you. Okay. All right, I love you, baby. No. That was Kelby. Oh, let me tell you something. No, you don't want to add vanilla to these dumplings. But you can add them because you use dumplings for different things. If you're going to make dumplings as a dessert, like apples and dumplings, blackberries and dumplings, peach dumplings. If you're going to use dumplings as a dessert, you can add you some vanilla flavor. But if it's savory and not sweet, don't add no vanilla. How many of y'all know about extract? I'm not talking about Willie and Calvin and Dandelion them, but the people that don't cook over here, how many of y'all know about extract? Extract is nothing but alcohol, right? You make it simple. You get your alcohol and you put your vanilla bean in there, right? And you put it in a dark place and you store it until it infuses itself into the alcohol. So when you use extract, it's alcohol. Now, if you're not going to cook it down, it will be too powerful. You need heat to cook some of the alcohol down, right? That's why some cakes taste like turpentine. It tastes like turpentine. They use too much extract. That's why you don't need but like a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon. Vanilla is not as powerful as lemon. Some extracts can just overtake. So y'all have to understand, you also could just use the natural vanilla bean. You don't have to use the extract. You don't have to use extract at all. If you're making a vanilla cake, you can use vanilla bean. You're making a lemon cake, use lemons. Use the all natural side. That's why when people say they making what's that cake? A rum cake. Not if you're using rum extract. That's not a rum cake. That's not a rum cake at all. Anybody from Jamaica tell you that. They use real rum. And when they make their cake, they wrap their cake, they pour all that rum over it and they seal it. 2 or 3 days later, they open the cake up again. It takes almost 2 weeks for them to make their cake. And the cake gets dense because it's loaded with rum. And by the time they get ready to serve it at their celebration, 1 or 2 slices can get you drunk. So they use real rum, not extract. All right? I'm not saying that they don't put extract in their cake, but they actually use real rum. It can be very costly. That's why they use it for like celebrations. You know, if you have not experienced how islanders celebrate, you've missed out. They celebrate big time. Thank you, Denise Foley. I'm trying. I'm still not well, but I'm getting there. I had to get out my bed and move around. But if you ever go to any of their celebrations, their babies' christenings, their weddings, they celebrate big. And just like Mexican restaurants and anything else, half of what they have is not on their menu. Like Africans and stuff, they make special soups and stews and things like that. They celebrate. And they have their own. They have their own rum, and just like Blue Mountain, that coffee, honey, that's sold in 5 stars and Michelin star restaurants. And it's located in Jamaica. The Blue Mountain coffee. Come climb a Blue Mountain. The cocoa beans. Yeah. And y'all talk about my pots and pans. Baby, the older their pots and pans are, their ancestors left them, the better their food is. We had a rum cake and American cake from my wedding. Hey, darling. So, you know, I've been out of the loop for a week. And if I was in the loop, I would have talked about so much. Look how my hair. I look like Bushwick Bill. But if I was not sick, I would have talked about everything. I would have talked about, continued talking about, they said 2 kids set that fire in their grandmama's greenhouse in California. We will be talking about how the insurance companies are trying not to pay those people whose houses burn up. We would have talked about the inauguration, the Martin Luther King celebration, which we did talk a little bit. We would have talked about these documents that's being signed. We'd have talked about so many things that are pressing us. Martin Luther King celebration is amazing. I saw one of our old musicians there, and I texted him while he was sitting there. I said, I see you. He said, I've been trying to get in here for years. Yeah, but it's soft, but it's a mess. And we cannot forget from whence we came. I don't know how y'all feel about what I'm going to say. And it might sound crazy. But if we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but principalities, sometimes I believe, I know I've experienced it, that a loved one can pass away and come back and visit you. They spirit. I don't see their body. You know, just because you did that, Corey, we're going to BBB you. Because we don't do that over here. I've had experiences where loved ones come. I've smelled my grandmama. I've felt. I've experienced some things. I don't see nobody in the physical, but Monique said she liked some things that Trump said. What did you like, Monique? And I'm thinking about, if Jesus said that if he don't go, the comforter can't come, that meant that was his spirit. Am I making everybody equate it to Jesus? No. But Lazarus rose from the dead. There were so many times in the Bible that we know that people was in the clutches of death, that they had died. We know that. We know the story where people laid their heads eyeball to eyeball, and nose and mouth, and spoke death off of them. So we're very much aware of these things. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. There's a lot of stuff that's being discovered right now. They're talking about life under the sea. And I think about how the Bible say the sea got to give up the dead as well. They're talking about the planets. They're talking about life on the planets. People talking about they done seen extraterrestrials. You know, the Bible talk about four-headed beasts. I smell my grandma. Let me tell y'all what happened. My grandma, well, first of all, let me tell y'all this. There was a young lady. She was born normal, right? I just seen this morning. And she was born normal. And her aunt was holding her. And she had just got out the car. It was the aunt, the mama, and her. She was a baby. She was just getting out the car with her aunt, a little girl, maybe 2 years old, 3, because the aunt was holding her. And a car ran, and she got smushed between the car, and it crippled her. One, she was totally paralyzed in one leg. The other one was like mine, drop foot, semi-paralyzed, but really was no good. She had internal injuries, and things started to happen to her. Her mama was a preacher. Long story short, and I mean long story short, she dies this year, just last week. And the mama stood in the pulpit and said, people want to know how she could preach her daughter's funeral that good. Her only girl. She had 2 more boys later, but her only girl. She said, because if I don't stand here and can't preach God's word, then everything I've been living is a lie. She said, his word gonna stand. And his word is true. I don't care what we go through. I don't care how we live. His word gonna stand. And she tore that house down. And she preached that word. And she preached it over her. In season and out of season. And you could see her daughter. They had a video of her daughter praising the Lord in the bed. Wanting him to heal her. And all of that. And but she could do it. What did Monique say? 410, how our bathrooms are going to be strictly men and women, and how he is going to have people go back into the office for work. And he said more things too. It really worth reading. Monique, I'm going to tell you this much. I don't have no problem with the kids having bathrooms, one for female and one for male. I don't have no problem with gender being male and female. But the problem I have is, even going into the office, sometimes, Monique, it's just not feasible for people to have to go in the office to do the same job they can do at home. One, it saves the company money if everybody is at the office. But you mandating government people, he can't mandate everybody. He already did this to us with affordable housing. He messed us up before he left. Now you're mandating government people to go back to work, but you don't know what it may cost to park a month. Some people may say, I didn't need a car, transportation, getting child care. So sometimes everything is not feasible. It's not because he's in an office. He's got security. Why does it bother him if government officials are at home? It shouldn't bother him if they work from home. It didn't bother him when he released all the 136 people that tore up our Capitol. So let me get back on my conversation. Because that's crazy to me. Focus on what we need you to focus on. Why they got to go back in the office? You ain't stopped nobody from destroying the Capitol. That was your first thing you did. You said you was going to stop a war. This day number what now? Number 4. It don't matter as long as the job gets done. That's ludicrous. And I just can't believe how we don't think. I see why people pick at us and talk about us. You would be surprised how people really do view us from other countries. They think Americans are lazy, wasteful, slackful, and ungrateful. They do. Baby, when TikTok got banned, I went over there to look at that red note. And they talking in Mandarin and Chinese. And the Chinese people say, y'all need to learn Chinese because we had to learn English. We all know your language. And now y'all causing our server to be divided. We use this for our family members that was in other countries. Well, no, that ain't got nothing to do with it. He wants to be a dictator. He ain't focused where he's supposed to be focusing. He wants to be a dictator on everything. Your job may not save money from working from home, but a lot of people do. Depending on your overhead, a lot of people save money from closing those companies. I know my daughter's company downsized because all their attorneys are not here. And so they saved a boatload of money. It's all according to what you're doing for a living, how high you are, how high rank you are. It just depends. Some people work at home jobs are I'm not being smart, but they're mediocre. They're not paying. But some people are on a higher scale of pay. And they find themselves with a higher scale of pay saving money. It just all depends. You know, and it all depends on what you're doing at home. It depends. I'm not saying that your job is not important, but if you're working for AAA and somebody else is working on a corporate level, that's different. If you're working for the government and HR and different things like that, and you don't have to be there but so many days, why mandate it? Because I'm sure if they needed them in, they would go in. I'm sure of that. But at the same time, even if that's not the point is that you're not focused on what you came in there saying and telling people you're going to do. You're focused on promises that you have made to people. You're focused on trying to get all your friends they coins and get things lined up. That's not right. And what you're doing is not feasible for everybody. Some people got kids. You know, you just like affordable housing. Before he left out his first round, he took affordable housing away. He took affordable housing away. Inflation is because of him. That's why the housing authority and the projects can charge $1,400 and $1,800 a month. Some government workers got kids, and it is not feasible. Diddy is asking for a partner. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm not getting caught up in that foolishness. We already know that's a double standard situation. Whatever he was supposed to do, and however this thing is supposed to play out, we already know that our government and the jurisdictional system is not designed for people of color. We know it from the beginning. It's being wrote as we speak. That's why I tell people, how can you live under law? You got to live under grace. Because they change the laws every time you turn around. The law may tell you this week you can do this. Next year they took that away. Or they changed the wording in the law. Did you know studying law? I had to do some studying of law. And then you friends with everybody that don't like. I'm sorry, but something is wrong. If you can be friends with everybody that don't like, I'm telling y'all right now, mess around and tell me you don't like my mama. You gone. I don't care. I'm not going to be friends with everybody that hate people that I love. That's dangerous. I look at how Muskie Elon, he trying to do a lot of things pertaining to the civil rights. I saw that. They don't want to give me this thing in my back because they want us on drugs. We're the drug pushers, honey. The United States is the drug capital, baby. We push meds on our people. He trying to undo everything Biden did. Canada, the British government, what did Joe do for you? The same thing he did for you. The same thing he did for you. And I'm going to do for you what he did for you. Deacon Calvin, help out this Yvonne Fowler. I was going to tell you, but I'm going to show you what he did. Hold on one second. Deacon Calvin going to tell you what he did. It's dangerous. Hold on. He going to get to you, Yvonne Fowler. He going to get to you. We have to come to understanding. I did. That's why I said go ahead and take care of it, Deacon Cap. You got to stay faithful, focused, and fruitful. We pay too much for drugs. Instead of trying to find remedies, Deacon Calvin, can somebody, is that Deacon Calvin highlighting stuff again? I said do what you're supposed to do. Do the BBB, Deacon Calvin. You can't give some people authority. Deacon Calvin about to drive me crazy. Y'all see what I'm saying? Your mind gates, your ear gates, and your eye gates. You better. In your face. I'm going to tell y'all something. I know this. If the word of God be true, it's not going to go backwards in the favor of those. If you're going to make something great again, tell me what era it was great. And then we can go from there. You're not messing. Don't mess with my yo-yo. Because I want to have an intellectual conversation because can't nobody tell him nothing. He don't know politics. He know hustle and flow. He know criminal activities. When was it great? He know how to talk certain languages. But when was it great? Well, who's on here? How many people under my name today that can't block one person? Let me break something down. When it comes to TikTok is, do anybody know where TikTok is actually located? Y'all know where they really come out of? They come out of Singapore. Right? The problem is not TikTok being a Chinese app. That's not the problem. We learned this in U.S. history, that America would not allow anything to be monopolized. We learned that in U.S. history. You learned it, and I learned it. The second thing is, our consumer. I told y'all 3 years ago in 2022, all the different places that was going to go out of business. I named Macy's, Bed Bath & Beyond, and all of them. I named them. Things of the past. That TikTok shop where everybody buying everything, direct contact to the wholesaler, is causing us not to be able to market and keep stores open. The second thing is, you charging our servers. That's Apple, whomever the server may be, $5,000 per person, which is equivalent to $850 billion, and they don't have it, or you're going to remove the app. Now, if you caught using it, then you can be penalized. There's ways around it that you can get on it, but you could be penalized for it. It's not that app, it's the server. Because if it was the app, you would not let Lemonade, you would not let Red Note, and any of the other Chinese apps know that you have Chinese translators on your phone. How are you going to close TikTok and I can go over here to Red Note and try to learn Mandarin, talking to all Wishan and Bika and Na and Shushu and Hakka and Hien and Win and Yin, and they be my friend. Yin, Shen, where you been? Y'all didn't catch that? Soon as they shut it down, it was Chinese time. The next day, you get it? The very next day, when Trump is in charge, it comes back up and they say, we want to thank Donald Trump. It was already in motion. Biden had already extended TikTok. This is a game that's being played in our face. So my nostrils are swollen. So that's not, I cannot breathe. I can blow all day long and it'll still be like this until the antibiotic finishes doing it. I could go to another Chinese app. That's what we did. We went over to Red Note. And because Red Note got so full, they split the server. They got one for Chinese and one for the Americans. I should have bought into some of these apps. We probably would be sitting pretty. I need a saline spray thing. I need to do a couple of saline things and blow out because it's hard. So it's like, it can't get no plainer. It can't get no obvious. And he'd already told you he was going to get the credit for it. Because his speech was, when they kept asking him before the inauguration, it was like, I won the election because of TikTok. See, he's already working something out for himself. The next thing is, how could we re-up our gifts on Instagram for TikTok? They told us to go to Instagram, don't use the TikTok store, and up our gifts. And TikTok is finna do the same thing. TikTok is Instagram is doing the same thing. They letting you battle. You can get gifts. And Instagram is paying now Instagram is actually paying. It used to be that you got mostly sponsorship. But now, if I want to go over there and battle, and I got the hour, well, I can get on. I don't have no problem. Then if you want to drop me, see over there, you can beg all day long. That's what they do. They drop big money. These people make $10,000 or more a week just by folks giving them gifts while they sit and talk like I'm talking to you. Your fan base, all of those. It's so many. Favorite. Fan base. I got fan base. I got favorited. Yeah, I can see the numbers. Today I can. So then you got to dig deeper and say, well, what's really going on? Because why would you shut one Chinese app down and let the other apps be up? But ain't nobody asking that question. That's what made me mad. That's why I know I can't. I know if I was a slave, I'd get whipped on a regular basis. Because I'd be asking all kind of questions to my slave owner. I just would. I'd have to have some answers. I'd be one of them get whipped for asking the obvious. You're going to shut down a Chinese app to leave other Chinese apps open? Question. You know you had to do that slavery. Raise your hand till your owner saw you. I'd be like this. They be like, what do you want, Jebediah? Yes, my first given honor to God, and my plantation owner is Jebediah Sr. I'm Jebediah. And the question that I have, please let me step to the side so I can blow my nostril. Hold on, I'll be back. My question is, how is it possible for us to close down a Chinese, to leave a Chinese open? That's my question. Just don't work. That's my question. All right. So. So, lemonade, I was locked out. Oh, now if you deleted your TikTok, it's gone. I was locked out of Lemonade and regular TikTok. Lemonade is owned by TikTok. I tried to delete Lemonade account and it deleted both. Yeah, no, you shouldn't have done that. He'd have been like, get over here, Jabba-Kadia. You're going to get several strikes. Well, since you're going to whip me, I got one more. What might that be? How you take affordable housing away, master? And now want to mess with tenant and child support. What you trying to do to us? Oh, you thought the majority of us was in the housing authority. You thought the majority of us was getting tenant. You thought the majority of us was getting them their yamps. Friend, where have you been? It's not. We are not the majority. Now you say, oh, it's Rodrigo and all of them. Yeah. And Rodrigo and Bob and Jose. Huh? Men, yeah. It's not I. And you got them come. Nobody. I want to ask one more question, and I want to ask this for Jose and Emmanuel. What's your question? Jebediah did something to do with your slave. Jabalanicia. Just one more. You're going to whip me tonight anyway. Just one more. What is the question? Where is the money for the wall? Because Emmanuel and Jose said they come over the wall. Where's the money for the wall? And so there's affordable housing. Whoever pays child support gets to claim the kids. 10 if it's going to be messed with, and caps. Does this not seem kind of funny to you? The government people have to go back to work in the office, so that means that childcare has to be given, and you're going to mess with caps with some people. And then you know that that little bit of money that Jose is paying Viviana is not much. And now she's got to pay daycare. And I'm speaking in all different languages because I don't understand. I don't even know what language to talk right now. I can't believe it's not butter. But why did you allow margarine to be formed when margarine has plastic in it? It's not butter, but you let things, McDonald's cheese plastic. Mexico pays for the wall. Yeah, right. Oh my God. I have one more question. Since I'm going to get whipped tonight anyway. The whippings is going to be necessary by the time I get through. You may not recognize my backside. But I was blessed with the great glutamatins. You know what a glutamatins is? Macaron. Danielle, I'm telling you, the first 2 years are going to go by so quick. You're going to be surprised what I'm talking about. The first 2 years is really not going to be, it's going to be self-explanatory. It's not going to be bad at all. Because they got to realize what they just put in there. But baby, when that monster fully come all the way out, it ain't gonna be on there. It ain't out. That my mom them used to say, you created that monster. Dandelion, I just want you to have somebody, baby. You so pretty. Let me tell y'all something. I know y'all tired of me being on here. I ain't been on here in a week. And seeing that I'm snucking and blowing snot and I can't go nowhere. I could talk all day long, but I'm not going to do that because, you know, when my baby get off that bus, I got to run it up and I'm going to be asleep. And I love y'all. But sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Get ready for a trip through the atmosphere. I noticed some of my people that I used to shout their names out. But when they come back, I'm not going to shout their names out. Because I had a conversation with a couple of them and said, you know, if there was somebody running different, perhaps I would see things a little different. We come to an agreement and an understanding. But your silence tells me everything you couldn't say. And when it falls apart, it's just no easy way, honey, to break somebody's heart. I don't care if you believe whatever part that you deem necessary. As Christians, yes, we believe that you are born who you are born. All right? But let's not let him dog LGBTQ. They still human beings. Don't bring Jesse, Smoke, whatever his name is, destroy his career. And then you finna start this hate crime mess. Let's not do that now. Be very careful how you treat people. Because Jesse Smollett lost his whole career. And I'm not going to go for that. I ain't going to stand for it. I don't care what church you go to. I don't care what organization. They people first. And they people that's got folks that love them. And I ain't going to stand for that now. And the next thing is, we need to be focusing on the mental health of the United States. Mental health. You shouldn't have closed all those mental hospitals. Why did you close all the mental hospitals? What is the rate for the unlifing of yourself? When a person cannot have their family to love them while they trying to decipher what they feeling, and what they feeling is wrong when they ain't bothering nobody because they the ones going through it. The worst thing you can do is hate somebody for what they going through. You love them through it. You hate the sin, you don't hate the person. It's a difference. That's why right now we got so many kids. I was looking up the word midget. And I was watching this show, and they asked some little people if the word midget was offensive. And the little people said, we made it be offensive. Because the word midget means small. They don't have no problem with it. But it's how we use the word. We did it. They said we made it uncomfortable. It's how you use it. It's in your delivery. If you start making people think, no, they don't feel this way. It's no way they feel like they a woman. You can't say that. That's where I disagree with you. You can't say that. You can't say that person is not battling how they feel. Whether you like it or not. You can't take that. You cannot do that. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care how you view stuff. Some kids got to have an outlet. Children run away. Why do they run away? People go through when you misuse words. It's how you use it. If you start allowing slang, if you start making a boy feel like the school still letting him come to school dressed like a girl, and he feel like if I come in that bathroom, somebody gonna take advantage of me, then you better have something else worked out. Because one of them top guns, if any of their grandkids or somebody get hurt, you going to have something on your hands. Now, you still need to have that unisex bathroom. I don't care what none of y'all say. This is only my opinion. You still need to have a unisex bathroom for that child that's going through that in their mind. That they born a boy, but they feel like they're a girl. Because if somebody mess around, and they mess around and hurt them, that's going to be all you wrote. I don't care what, that's common sense to me. That's common sense to me. But, common sense ain't always what we play with, is it? It certainly is not. But I can tell you this much. Let the right ones get messed up. Let the right ones get messed up. And you'll find out the truth. You'll find it out. See, you gotta understand. Y'all shut all them mental hospitals down. Y'all don't understand what people go through when you're not sure who you already are. How you feel not knowing who your daddy is, who your mama is, why you feeling the way you feeling, why you going through what you going through. You don't have them answers. Y'all better be careful. Y'all better be careful. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you that. Because you can't just have to look and see what size knit I need. You can't just walk up on an average person. On an average person and tell them, oh, this is how you gonna feel. No, you don't know that. I don't care. Y'all can talk to you. Now, let me show y'all these one more time before I cover them up. I'm sorry. I just don't agree on it. We don't have to agree, do we? Hold on. Let me turn it around. We don't have to agree. Look down the line. I want you to try. Look how good that is, Dandy. That's how your broth's supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be no runny, heavy whipping cream. That's what dumplings look like. You get your little nice little coat of gravy on them. That's how they supposed to be. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I don't agree with that now. I don't care. They shouldn't have cut fundings. Cut fundings and build a wall. No, you shouldn't cut fundings. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. Because I know that some people cannot see themselves the way you want them to see themselves. I know what it feels like when people pick at you because you are overweight and they are not, and they think everybody is supposed to be skinny and eat salads because they don't have weight issues. I know what it feels like when people are different than you are and you think that you're entitled to judge another person's life based on your own findings of your own life. I don't know what it's like to live a rich life. I sit there and watch people put their kids in private schools, and I watch them build private schools in public sectors. We just did it here in Cartersville. You know how they did it? Well, it's called the old school thing was the area code, right? Everybody don't live in the same zip code. If they build a school in a certain zip code and you don't live over there, it can be a public school, but they're not going to build no housing that's affordable for the general public. There's not going to be no projects in that zip code. There's not going to be no trailer parks in that zip code. What you say? Baby, did you know if you live near a trailer park, and now I'm not talking to you inner city people, but if you have a trailer park within a certain radius of your school, 5 miles or closer, your school is listed as a poverty school because it's in a trailer park zone. Did you know that you can buy private land and put a public school on it? And now it's a public school. Well, they did it in my nephew's neighborhood. They bought private land. How did you make those chicken dumplings? Just share this and you can go back and watch it. Miss Gail Campbellton Kemp. Are you kin to Governor Kemp? Because I was about to talk about him. Are you kin to our governor, Governor Kemp? So let me show you what they done. since some of y'all sleeping, let me wake y'all up. And I'm going to get off of him before y'all get mad. Because I'm one of them Negroes that's got too much sense. Let me tell you what they done. You know, they done rezoned. You can't put a church in your community no more. Oh, no. The church used to be the pillar of the community. But did you know you can go buy private land in a subdivision and tell them it's a public school? And they let it run off of public funds? But here's the situation. I ain't in your zip code. And I can't afford nothing in your zip code. So now it's like it's a private school being ran by public funds. They just did it in my nephew's neighborhood. Now I can't get in there. If you can't buy $1 million something home, if you ain't finna over there, the governor's mansion. DeMadre, look up the zip code where our governor's mansion is. That's your #1 Buckhead zip code. Baby, if you if you can't live in that zip code, you're not going to go to that school. It's going to look like it's private, but it's public. You just can't afford to live in the zip code. Baby, some of the oldest games are being pulled out the dungeon. They've been doing this to get free money from our government to cover the schools for their children so that they don't have to go to schools with thugs. But hold on. We're finna get to the mental health, and I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all know I have to step up in my room. Hold on. I'll be with you in just a second. I have to step up in my bed. Hold on. So what they do is they forgot the mental health part. You thought you was locking the thugs out and low income, but your children got issues. So it's the rich kids bringing them little guns to school. And their areas is getting sniped from the inside out. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Little Bones and Harmony. It ain't got nothing to do with the 30305. It's another one. Find the other zip code. Make sure it's 30305. It's one more zip code in Buckhead. But see, here's the thing. They shut the mental hospitals down. They cutting back on mental health care. Your child got issues because your child want to be a rapper. It ain't got nothing to do with race. Your child want to date and be around other races. My niece go to a school and it's predominantly white. The black kids there and the white kids date each other. And the Mexicans date whites. They don't date each other. Black don't date black. I asked my niece. I said, she had a fine boyfriend, honey. I called him Farmer in the Dale because his family and them sit on 400 acres of land. And he had money. And I said, where the farmer at? She said, I got me a new man. She went off to college. I said, well, who you going with now? Where farmer at? That was his nickname, the farmer. She said, baby, I had to get rid of farmer. I had a culture shock. I said, what? She said, when I went off to college, I'm attracted to black men. I said, what? You ain't never dated nobody but white men. She said, that's how I was in our school. We didn't date the black boys in our school. I said, you should have kept the farmer because they got money. She said, yeah, but it was a lot of things going on. The family really didn't approve of me. She said he was cool and we friends, but I would have never been able to marry him because he shared some stuff, some deep-rooted stuff that you can't change people. He cool, handsome, opened the doors, treated her right, but he let her know, I can't never marry you. That's the one I'm looking for. 30625. 30625 is the one I was looking for. And I said, he did? She said, yeah, it was okay. She said, because they faked it every time I came around, but he can't lose his inheritance. They thought it was a fade. She said, but I'm here to tell you, it ain't a fade. If he marry somebody else, he's doing it to be in compliance to what they expect of him. That's why so many people have affairs. Because we want our kids to date. I never put that stigma on Kelby. If Kelby want to bring home little Barry Manilow, she can. She also can bring home a Isaac Hayes. She also can bring home a little Pablo Negro. You can't put that stipulation on them, because what you tell them they can't have, they gonna want it. But you know what, Miss Emma, she all right, because he was a good white boy. And they dated for 2 years after she went to college. But she also had a cultural shock too. She got down there in that college and she met some black men. And she realized, she showed me a picture, he fine. She came to church and she showed me, she said, look here, auntie. I said, where farmer at? Know what I called the little white boy, the farmer. She said, because they got I want to tell you why I call him the farmer, because the family had 400 acres of land. So I call him a farmer because he's a farmer's kid. And she was like, she told me what went down, but it was okay. So the point I'm making is that just like the zip code that we just mentioned, the 301626 in Atlanta, you're not going to live on that street unless you Tyler Perry, unless you go into the governor's mansion, unless you Steve Harvey, unless you a lot of celebrities that live in Buckhead. But if they put a school there, you just won't qualify to go. And it can be public. And that's what they're doing. They're taking private land. What did you say? My granddaughter was dating a white boy and his parents said as if it was a part of their vocabulary. That makes me mad, Gail. She later broke it off. I was so happy she too now dating a black man. I don't even think we need to use that word, because we've made it comfortable in rap music for other cultures to use it. Just like we shouldn't call other cups speck or cracker. We can't use defaming words like that. Like the honky, that's what we used to call that ice cream with the vanilla and the chocolate. So we can't do that. I worked at a mental hospital in Alabama, and I know it was disastrous when they closed down. You know what? Sarah Campbell, and they ended up going into people's houses because they had nowhere to put those people. That's why a lot of folks make a lot of money in mental health if they not a patient themselves. You work with it so long, honey, you become a patient in mental hospital. But yeah. They knowing how to keep that money. They are messing all around middle class. I don't want to wear y'all out, because I really can go in. I done found some glasses, honey. Let me tell y'all something. Middle class people, I said this to you all, and I'm going to stand on it because God showed it to me. And I told y'all this 3 years ago. I'm going to start talking Spanish and everything after a while. Uno, dos, tres. A year ago, that we were going to have to live together. They didn't get together. And y'all just was cool. I said, don't sell grandmama house. Don't sell grandmama land. Fix it up. Put your coins and your ducats together. Because we going to go on a ride. And it's going to come a time we going to have to live together to make it. I told y'all 3 years ago, don't sell off everything. Grab you something, because they're going to make it hard for us to own land. But what's meant for our bad going to be for our good. It's setting up as though it's going to end up backfiring. The devil meant it for bad. But God going to turn it around for our good. He said all things was going to work together for the good of them who love the Lord. And that's not one race. That's everybody that loves the Lord. Middle class. Whatever race you are and who are called according to his purpose. Not no evil purpose. Let me tell you something. Some of us right now, down the line, I'm going to tell you the God honest truth. I don't know why you ain't somebody's wife. But I'm going to tell you what's done happened, Carol Ross. Men don't want us no more. People don't want to get married no more. They've turned over to their flesh. They got a reprobate mind toward what they want. You can tell them the Lord coming back. You can rush. They ain't in no hurry. You can tell them to meet you at the church. They ain't going. You can tell them to come this Sunday. God got something to say, baby. They'll be like, can you call and tell me? Because I am not coming out this Sunday. Mess around. People don't check on you when you sick. You can stay out as long as you want to. Mess around. I got one phone call when I was sick for a whole 2 weeks out of church. My pastor, he gonna always call. That's who I know gonna call and check on me, my pastor. It don't matter how many people you deal with, how many people you fool with, how pretty you are, how you can cook. People ain't trying to marry. And they not trying to live holy. Now, I'm telling y'all like this. I'm not going to disrespect nobody, but you're not going to disrespect my walk and my belief. I don't believe in same-sex marriage. If you do, that's your business. I don't. I don't believe in putting my mouth on the man and woman of God like that. You can. That's you and your family. I'm not cursing me and mine. I want you to understand, my family come first. It comes first over anybody's friendship. So if that's what you want to do, more power to you and your family. I'm not doing it. I believe a boy is born a boy and a girl is born a girl. But I also believe that spirits can come in and dominate somebody. And I also believe children can. Everybody don't have to be molested to be that way. I've seen it right before my eyes. I believe if he's going to shut down and he's going back, as he say, make America great again, and we're going to believe in the 10 Commandments, then we need to believe in it all the way. Then is he going to undo same-sex marriage? Get ready for it. But I'm telling you, it ain't in no today's time. It's just what we choose to do. If you get saved on your own principles, I don't care how the world change. Let me tell you something. You cannot convince my mama to put no bell pepper in her dressing. I don't care who put it in their dressing. I'm going to tell you this much. He better keep that unisex bathroom open for that person that see themselves as a woman, so that they can go in there and lock that door and feel safe. Because if something happens to somebody, that's going to be all you want. That's right. Touch not God anointed and do his prophet no harm. You don't want to go to church? Don't go. You don't like preachers and people telling you what to do for your soul's sake? Just don't go. But I ain't finna coincide. I'm not finna put my mouth on nobody to make nobody happy. I received every application this year. of everybody that walked out of my life, your application has been received and accepted. No chasing, no dealing. I'm just done. Capiche? And you just move in silence. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to see this thing being used. But it's going to get really rough. I told y'all, and I said, I don't want to tell y'all everything. I remember telling y'all that we were in a war before you even announced we were in a war. Listen, life gonna be. You can look nice, you can look pretty, you can enjoy life with decency. But when you turn, don't make me have to go to Bible study. Listen, just hear me one thing. Just hear this one thing, and I'm going to get off here. Lot had more than 2 daughters. But all his kids didn't come with him when he left. But the 2 that did go with him, they ended up getting married to 2 men over there in Sodom and Gomorrah. But when Lot and his family escaped from Sodom and Gomorrah being burned up, it says that his daughters were still virgins when they slept with their daddy. Yes, I did, Nehemiah. You just have to come back and watch it. We done that way early. I probably should have started another video. But, okay, yes, ma'am, I did. I'm going to be off in a minute. They were still virgins. They had a spirit in them. They want to hunch their daddy. They had been compromised. Your spirit can be compromised. You sit at home all day long and watch you some porn. Your spirit will get compromised. You got to be careful what you go to sleep with your TV on. You got to be careful what you let enter into your thoughts. Your thoughts can be sinful. Baby, you be done thought up something. I've been watching this show called I Almost Got Away. Almost Got Away. Baby, them people, they literally almost got away. If they just would have quit thinking evil. And it was these black men in Atlanta. They robbed a bank. And one of them came back and told them they robbed a nice bank in Atlanta. And they got away. They could never find them. They didn't know who they was. Until one of the friends came over to the other friend's house who lived in Buckhead. And told them, let's rob the bank again for our 20-year anniversary. They done got married, went to college, had kids in college. And you want to do an anniversary robbery after you got away? You got to be kidding. I'm thinking the friend that wanted to do this must have been got low on funds. That must have been the friend that didn't invest none of the money. But anyway, stupid is as stupid does. The other one said, let's do it. So they went, dummies, to rob a bank for their 20-year anniversary. Just to get caught this time. And forfeit a beautiful life that they done made for their family. Because the fingerprints from the first bank robbery they had on file matched them. That's the name of the show, I Almost Got Away. It's a song called I Almost Let Go. I'm getting there, Greg, Brazil, I'm getting there. But just because of greed. And they did it not because they should, but because they could. They all went to prison, where they going to serve the rest of their lives when they had already got away. It's a show. You'll see it. It's called I Almost Got Away. And it show you where people just made a stupid decision, a last minute decision. When it had been 20 years. It's on, I think it's on Prime. I'll tell you in just a minute. I'm gonna let y'all get ready to go. I'm gonna tell you. It's on Prime. That's what I see it, but I don't know if it's on Discover or what. But I've been watching it on Prime. Because I got that Prime Discover, and it got a combination of channels on there. And pull it up on Amazon, on YouTube. It's on Prime though. I'm looking at it. It's on my Prime. Cause you know I got this Fire Stick. I be done watch so much, all my stuff be down at the bottom, honey. Is All the Queen's Men not coming on this week? It keeps saying watch again. I know All the Queen's Men ain't over with for a season. If it is, it was the sorriest season they done had thus far. And then I watch True Crimes too. That'd be pretty good. Well, I'm just telling you what I watch mine on. I don't know. That's why I try to tell you. It's got a person in an orange jumpsuit. It says, I Almost Got Away With It is the name of it. And it started coming on in 2010. And it's done had a long history. But you just have to find it for yourself. It's got 8 seasons to it. So if you sit around and watch it, you'll be like, Lord have mercy. They say it's on Tubi now. I hope All the Queen's Men wasn't over with last week, because I'm just going to be mad. It was the sorriest 6 episodes I done seen. Let me get off of here. I love y'all. Thank y'all for putting up with me and praying for me and loving me. And we're going to keep talking, and we're not going to disrespect nobody. But I'm entitled as a United States citizen of America to speak and voice my opinion on things that I see. A discussion is a topic discussion. It's a topic starter. I could grab something right now. Where's one of my books? A topic discussion. Hold on one second. Let me give you a good topic discussion. I can grab my book, and I had a pen, and I can speak on I could speak on hope. I could speak on a lot of things in here. I could speak on a new future. I could speak on a vision for our future. It's just a topic starter. All right? And I'm entitled to it. Now, if you get mad off of it, that make me look at you a little different, because it's making me wonder what you running from that you got to come off so like I don't know my facts. Like I'm going to come on here and tell a lie. That made me mad with that lady today, y'all. I didn't like how she addressed me. I'm from the South, and I know how people address folks. And anytime you tell somebody, I like your cooking channel, just cook, you basically telling me you want me to show you recipes and cook, but I can't talk to you or discuss nothing. That's all I got to say. And I'm going to get off of here, because I'm more than a cook. And I'm not going to convert my life into no box. Let that be known. So in case y'all want to quit watching me, because I'm not really at this point in my life. Life is so precious. And at this point right now, que sera. Whatever will be, it's going to be. So may the Lord watch between may the Lord watch between me and thee while we absent one from another. In Jesus' name. I love y'all. See y'all later, honeybees.